What's up, everybody? Welcome to boys basketball. Keith Glock, Matt Pogue, Mandy Shovlin, and Jen Kroc. It is the conclusion of the Cougars versus Cancer, and there is we're playing Haddon Township. I should probably say that. Welcome, everybody. Mandy, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Oh, there's a saying. It's cliche, but I like the way that it's done in The Dark Knight the best when they say, the night is darkest before the dawn. And I would say that probably best describes my voice right now, because I don't really know that it could get any worse than it is. And yet, here we are, but happy to be back with you guys. I apologize for the bit of the late start. Completely my fault for the first time in the history of the Mire. It's not Pogue's fault. So we should be all right, I believe.
Recorded. That's recorded for entirety.
Right.
That's on tape.
So get this thing like straight up against your face, like chew on it basically, and then use your big girl voice, and then we'll be all right. Because it's the same thing that I yell at Coach B for all the time. So and watch these little dials here. You want to be kind of right where my levels are. And if you're down here, that means you got to talk louder.
Okay, I'll talk louder. There we go.
I pumped you up a little bit over there too, because we want to make sure everybody can hear you, what you got going on.
Yeah.
So after last night's victory, which was a dominating performance, tonight they face off against Haddon Township, and a little bit of a different matchup tonight, Mandy, because as you look down the Haddon Township roster, I'm just going to give you heights. 6 foot, 6'2", 6'3", 6'3", 6 foot, and there's 2 6'3" guys on the bench. So this isn't really going to be just any other matchup. I would say across the board, even though Rubio is still the biggest guy on the court, from a size perspective, Montgomery's going to have to box out.
Yeah, it's going to be challenging for them today, but all of the starters are 6 foot and above, so I think that's going to be a little difficult for them to handle, but I think they got it.
Well, I've been impressed with, the way that some of the guys have done the jobs that they're not necessarily on the court usually to do. I feel like Prescott has boxed out and rebounded the ball better than I thought he was going to. Linez has progressed exponentially from where he was in the beginning of the season on the boards until now. And then I think now it's just going to be a case of, can the other guys, really chip in and do their job in that way?
Yeah. I think when I played basketball, they would always say, yes, the girl's tall, but that doesn't mean she's good. She can play because she's tall, but even the shorter people, they have better ball handling sometimes. They put in the work to be good, and don't always disregard the short people or the shorter people.
No doubt. Though, from a matchup perspective, I'll be interested to see if Kai Lewis loses some minutes tonight, to a just somebody with a little more height. I don't know if Hal Grundy's going to want to play that. We did see a lot of minutes, period, from freshman JT Szymborski. You had a chance to talk to him after the game. How did you feel about his performance yesterday?
I felt like he did the best he could. He put the most effort in that he could. He hadn't got a lot of playing time in the season originally, but after that opportunity yesterday, I think he put in a lot of work, and I think he tried his best, and I think it really worked out for him. I think he showed himself.
This is a pattern that a Chris Grundy coached team goes to every year. I think that he has an eye on winning right now, but there's always one half of one of his eyes that is walled out looking towards the future. Yeah. And, every season for the last 5 or 6, there's been a freshman that has gotten consistently big minutes. Last year, Ryan Curry. The year before, Rubio, about midway through the season, maybe even a little bit later than where Szymborski now has started. Rubio started to see minutes. You go back to Matt Remsen, Ryan McCoy, the list goes on and on and on. Chase Ta. So I don't really think that is necessarily something new, but I think it's fun to watch somebody in that position try to grow into that spot.
Yeah, you can see the progress he makes throughout the game too, learning the game pace of how maybe if he hasn't played high school basketball yet since he's a freshman, he's really learning the game pace and how to work with his team since he's never really been on the court with them very much. So it's good to see them develop throughout the game even in a shorter span of time.
It's interesting that, we see a freshman, and we talked about how reflective seeing the players at the end of the game, it was on Ryan Curry. Curry on the bench, and you're going, well, the younger or less experienced guys on the court, some freshmen, some sophomores, some juniors, to me, it just underscored how talented Ryan Curry is. But then kind of just taking it a step further, maybe putting half of my counseling hat on for this. You know, we're always concerned about how freshmen just assimilate into the high school. Do you fit in? You got a place to eat lunch. You know, like all those little things that just function in your day. And now you put a freshman out here on the basketball court and say, hey, buddy, no orientation period. Get out there and bang it around.
Yeah, I think it's even like a testament to Coach Grundy's playing, like his style of coaching and how even though they were up by a lot, they really got the freshman in who hasn't had a lot of time to play rather than Ryan Curry, who's got a lot of minutes.
We are just about a minute away from the national anthem. We're going to step away for the anthem. We'll come back. Starting lineups for both teams tip off the conclusion of Cougars versus Cancer here in the Cougar Den. We'll be right back. Easy for me to say. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back here to Montgomery. Keith Glock, Matt Pogue, Mandy Shavlin, and Jen Kroc. We're getting set for boys basketball against Haddon Township. Let's first bring to you the starting lineup for Haddon Township. And it will be a pretty tall lineup. Brendan Mulligan will be a guard, and he's a 6'3" guard. That's what you like to see, I think, if you're any kind of team in high school. Brett Hintz, Eric Shuttleworth. It's going to take a lot for me not to call him Jesus Shuttlesworth all night.
It might happen once or twice.
I'm telling you. Do you even know what that reference is?
No.
No, she's no idea.
Of course.
Tyler Levins is a freshman, a 6-foot forward. He'll start. And Jackson Lutz will round out the starting lineup for Haddon Township. They're coached by Patty McNamara, a really nice guy. We had a chance to talk to him for a couple minutes before the game. Let's bring you now the starting lineups for your Montgomery Cougars.
Kai Lewis, senior, guard.
Noah Velocic, junior, forward.
Matt Prescott, junior, forward.
Ryan Curry, sophomore, guard. Chris Rubio, junior, forward.
All righty, there were your Montgomery starters. Easy for me to say. Montgomery coming off, of course, that very, very impressive victory yesterday here in the Den in their tip-off to Coaches versus Cancer. And that was about a 40-point victory over another South Jersey team, Cinnaminson. Mandy, yesterday, early going, you know, one of the things we talked about a lot in the pregame was that in the two losses previous, it seemed to be the Ryan Curry and the Chris Rubio show, and not a ton from anybody else. And then out of the gates come Matt Prescott and Noah Vlasic knocking down threes, and it just kind of, that notion of it going to be only a Curry-Rabio-dominated game was put to bed very quickly.
Yeah.
Is that something you expect to continue?
I think, honestly, for this game, it changes every game. For each player, they come in, and they have a different mindset each game. I think after coming off of that win, maybe they're a little bit more relaxed. Hopefully not, because I feel like this is going to be a harder game. But I think that it's going to be equally shared today, but I think we're going to have a few shiners. I don't know exactly who those guys are going to be, but I think it'll be obvious probably coming in to the first half.
Haddon Township will wear the Road Reds, black numbers outlined in white. Montgomery's in the home whites with the green numbers outlined in gold. Bear with me as I fight through whatever the hell is going around as we're set for boys basketball here in the Den. Rabio will tip it up against Tyler Levens. And here we go. Rabio wins it back to Kai Lewis.
They have Kai Lewis in, which is interesting because we were talking about that earlier, about the height matchup.
I think, you just got to roll with your starters until, something else goes haywire.
Yeah.
Rabio threw a pass just maybe a little too hot to handle there for Lewis. Curry and Prescott. Curry from the elbow, or rather Prescott, I should say, knocks it down. Quick lead for the Cougs. It'll be interesting to see how, and I guess I could say this for every game, how the opposition is going to defend Rabio as a drive is no good and Prescott fights for the rebound. He tries to throw up for Curry, just not enough air under it, and it's stolen by Shuttleworth. But Curry back there to likewise come up with a theftification.
Nobody's going to question that word right there?
Nope.
You know what? I
Nobody?
thought about that.
Nobody?
I thought about that.
Theftification.
I didn't think that. I thought
Listen.
that was. It's a good play on words. Got to make it interesting.
Before I address that situation, I want you to know that if they're going to call it that travel all night, we're going to be here for a long time. One of the things that I had gotten a reputation for back at the Trenton Times was I would try to make words up all the time. The editors were like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Can you just relax, please? I'll put a hyphen in there if you want."
I mean, it wasn't a terrible word, but I just can't believe nobody's going to call you out on it, though.
Manny doesn't know yet that that's what we do here. Here's a lob. Rabio will sky and lay it in. Boy, I got to get life together, huh? That doesn't sound as good as usual. No. Let me tell you.
Maybe this is going to be a big game for Rabio now that he's matched up pretty much with height. I mean, he's obviously still a little bit bigger, but I feel like he's going to have a big game. Maybe same with Prescott. They've come out and they've scored twice.
Brendan Mulligan on the receiving end of that layup. Polk, I feel like you might have a lot of highlights to be able to make fun of me for. Maybe over March Madness, James Avalon will have some company.
Oh, it'll be surround sound playing. All of it.
Another steal for Haddon Township. Early lead for the Cougs, but you can tell this is going to be a good test for Montgomery. As Vlasic just couldn't quite get there in time, and a three up and good from the corner from Shuttleworth. This is going to be another game where I absolutely hate it because I can't see the freaking numbers on Haddon Township's jerseys.
Yeah, that is a tough one. The dark black on dark red.
Curry, though, will fire away, no good. Rabio tries to keep it alive and can't. A quick drive, and they're going to call Prescott? Yeah. Boy, that's two really soft calls in the early going here.
It's probably, looking at how it is right now, it's definitely going to be a high foul game, which is pretty detrimental in foul shots, which is how it affects the game a lot, especially when it comes down to the wire.
First team foul for the Cougs. Shuttleworth up and under as his shot blocked by Rabio. He had 7 blocks last night. And on the floor again, and we're probably going to get a held ball. We do. So possession to Haddon Township. Cougs in that matchup zone. And we get a foul there. Kai Lewis will pick up the foul. His first, the team's second. And that will result in free throws. Brett Hintz to the line, 6-foot senior forward. No good on his first. An interesting dichotomy in terms of the approach for Montgomery. You know, Haddon Township, obviously just the ability to drive and the willingness to do that, where yesterday Cinnamon was much more hesitant. So an early 2-point lead for the visiting squad from Haddonfield. Kai Lewis will work it around for Curry. Here's Rabayo's first look from the post. The little baby hook is no good off the side iron, and Vlasic trying to make a go of it but can't. Linez is up off the bench for Montgomery. Cougars showing some full court pressure here. Shuttleworth all the way to the hoop. Somebody's got to step in and take that charge there.
Yeah, I was going to say, where was the defense on that? I feel like they were maybe trying to avoid a foul, though, since they've already got 2 fouls at the very beginning of this game.
Curry tried to go nutmeg on the Haddon Township defenders, but couldn't.
I was not expecting them to take Matt Prescott out.
I learned to not overanalyze that kind of stuff this early in the game.
Yeah.
Linez tries to go to the hoop, spinning, and he'll go to the line. Vlasic giving him 2 fists to the chest, saying that's what we need from you, big fella. No good on the first from the sophomore Linez. Marco, of course, as we've talked about, is a remarkably talented football player at the quarterback position. Very heavily recruited. Interested to see kind of how his next year shapes up from that perspective. An empty trip for Montgomery because of the missed free throws. And we're going to get a travel. Unfortunate, but it's just the way it rolls. You're happy that he's okay. They throw a lob. Rabayo gathers it. Great ball fake. He's blocked from behind. And they're going to say it's out of bounds off of his hands.
That's just good defense against Rabayo. They've done their homework. They know who to protect and when.
I'm going to actually put that one on Rabayo. I think he's got to elevate and he's got to use his rear end.
Yeah.
You know, just even the slightest little bit of, you know, body control with that backside, and I think that gets you the space that you need to finish that.
Yeah, when you're that close to the basket, you got to own the paint a little more.
I also don't think that you maybe even need to throw that fake. I think you need to catch that ball and in one motion go up with it.
Yeah, make the defender.
There's a block by Curry. Holy mackerel.
Gave him a taste of their own medicine on that one.
So a great piece of defense by Curry. And Rabayo driving and kicking. Kai Lewis, nobody around him. He throws up that rainbow, won't go down, but Rabayo there to tip it in. Despite the height, Mandy, to your point from the pregame, Rabayo has really been able to have his way in terms of getting position inside.
Yeah.
And another block. What happened, Poke? Did you not set that to show up in the preview window?
Again, you ask these questions that don't have good answers.
So set it right now. You can still do it. There's a 3 right away, and that is good. Another 3 from Mulligan, and the lead for Haddon Township is 5, 11-6. Christian Rowan's into the ball game for the first time for the Cougs. Linez is trying to get into some space, and Rabayo's going to hoist from 3. That's no good. Linez tried to get there, couldn't, and Shuttleworth instead will come the other way. He lowers his head, Linez style, and gets a bucket.
That was just being strong in the paint. He knew what he wanted, and he was strong with it, and he got it.
They throw for Curry. Great extra pass. Rowan's wide open. He'll fire. Yes! Boy, you talk about body control. Curry in one motion, passed up on his own 2.
Yeah.
Good job by Haddon Township. Curry tries to draw the charge, no good. Vlasic and Rowan in a hand fight. Haddon Township wins it. A 3 from Shuttleworth, no good. Curry's got the rebound. He'll throw up for Linez. He tracks it down instead of being the one to throw it and can't get the chippy to go down.
Great idea, though. Just got to have better execution on that.
Lowering your shoulder to try to get through Linez is not really the way you want to go if you're the opposition, I don't think.
Yeah, maybe have a plan B.
Maybe let's just trust it, Pogue, and see what happens next time.
Right.
But I think you got to use that control
Curry
up there.
with the steal.
As Curry will
And
get
the basket.
2 freebies and a timeout from Haddon Township. And that will keep you here. Did that not work as proposed?
No.
Do you have the playlist shot set to come back to live?
Yep.
So no.
No.
No, you didn't.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Jeez.
Learning as time goes on.
That's a good way to frame that.
Yeah.
You know what the greatest part about this is? We stood in the parking lot and talked about this for like 15 minutes last night after the game was over, too.
See, if we had just talked about it for 16 minutes, we would have had this
We
all
would've had
down.
it.
Well, you would have had it locked down if you had 1 extra minute. Full court pressure now from Montgomery.
We're nearing the end of quarter number 1, and Rabayo just kind of got confused for a little bit of a second there.
Is that a word? I'm questioning
I just
your
put
vocabulary
a
now.
different emphasis
There
on
you
a
go.
different syllable.
Oh,
That's
you're
all.
getting it now, Mandy. You got to call them out every time.
We're nothing if not idiots here on the Mire.
We are that and then some.
And Township's trying to play for the last shot. Nearly a steal as they approach the 10-second mark. Rowan, can he get a 5-second? No. Vlasic, though, applying some great ball pressure. And are they even going to get a shot off with 3 with 2? They do. A chuck from the top of the key. No good. A great job by Montgomery to take us to the end of the quarter.
Yeah, well, that's probably a good call.
All right. We'll take a break. Second quarter. Just build a new one. Welcome back to Montgomery. Curry right off of the inbound. And now Rowan. Loses the handle for a second, but throws back up top. Curry, great change of direction. Linez now from the outside, no good. Shuttleworth as Szymborski's checked into the game.
Your favorite guy is in. JT.
I'm always in for getting the young guys some minutes. Szymborski, though, picks up the foul there, his first. It's the fourth on Montgomery. As Rowan loses his man, but Rabayo there to pick him up. Third block for Rabayo, a stutter step. And now Szymborski from the corner. Yes!
That's what he needed, and that's what he got.
Cougs back on top. Nearly an offensive foul. The Cougs wanted it, didn't get it, and instead it represents a Brendan Mulligan three-pointer. Linez, he'll go right to the hole, streaking and laying it in.
That'll tie it up. That's all you need.
This is going to be a nail biter as we get down to the fourth quarter. You can kind of sense it. Here's a corner three from Shuttleworth, and that's no good. Curry to the trailer, Rowan for three, yes! Second of the game for Christian Rowan. And don't look now, Mandy, but you might have to fight somebody in a minute.
I know.
Great extra pass inside, and that's going to be an easy layup. No clue who number 14 is, not on the roster.
They pulled a fast one on us.
That they did. Szymborski's going to try a second one, no good. So the Cougs still up by a point. Rabayo tries to save it and nearly ends up in Elsa DeKroop's lap.
The Stack Girl's got a dangerous job.
Sure. Here's the dribble drive. Outside again for Mulligan, no good. And they're going to say out of bounds off Haddon Township. You know, Timmy, if you want to grab the other headset out of the bag, we could just plug you right in and we'll let you join in. How about that? You would think maybe if we had a producer that, you know, he might have thought of that when he saw Tim come in, but, you know, just saying.
Well, to be fair, I never even saw him came. So,
Neither did I.
Yeah.
Who did you think I was telling Mandy she was going to have to fight?
I mean, you talk a lot. How do I know who you're talking to every time?
Gotta fight a lot of people.
Velocic, Szymborski, another three. Yes! 2 threes for Szymborski tonight.
Big game for him.
Timmy, welcome.
Great to be here.
How did our track and field athletes do today?
Oh, as always, really well.
Fantastic.
Me and Jen actually placed got third place.
Outstanding.
Man, he left before she could get her medal, though.
This is true.
It's because she's got priorities, Bartholomew.
Yeah, that was
oh, wow. A late
hours
foul
ago.
call. Very late foul call. Three-pointer. No good on the free throw, so Prescott will come the other way.
See, your voice got a lot better.
Oh, yeah. It's fantastic. Though I do got to give some props to U.S. Lacrosse because I didn't even realize I was getting paid for this thing today. $300
Nice.
to talk for an hour. Finally, somebody sees the value in my worth.
Yeah. And 300's the number.
And, well, I mean, 300 an hour seems fair.
Yeah.
So we got a foul on Haddon Township.
Tyler Levens. Levens. One of them.
I'll go with Levens. Tyler unlevens bread. I'm just going to be Chris Berman for a moment. Do we even know who Chris Berman is? Curry off the inbound. No, Curry.
I was going to say, I don't get that one either.
You don't know who Chris Berman is?
No.
Oh,
Should I?
Yes,
Watch-
you absolutely should.
Probably.
Watch ESPN once in a while. You'll figure it
Okay.
out.
Now he's retired.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Watch the highlights. Top 10s.
Curry knocks it into the backcourt. It's a 3-point lead for the Cougs, just past the midway point of quarter number 2. Kai Lewis getting set to check back in for Montgomery. Robayo having a solid game on both ends of the floor. Szymborski picks up a stupid foul on the outside. They'll coach that out of him.
Little Hail Mary throw up for nothing, but it still went in. Pretty good shot for Haddon Township.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Oh, yeah, just like falling out backwards, throwing it up behind his head. Like nice steal.
Kai coming the other way. Body manipulation. No, Curry there for the putback.
Very nice.
We've seen a few putbacks in this game so far, so they got each other's back.
And Kai with another, they're going to call a jump ball. Wow.
Oh.
Back-to-back plays with Kai playing some solid defense and getting the turnover.
Isn't the thing possession is 9/10 of the law?
Yeah,
There's something like that.
I don't think it applies to basketball, but
Come
yeah,
on,
there's
why not?
definitely a saying like that.
Should. It would work in my favor right now.
How's Poke doing on instant replays?
Why do we keep bringing up these things?
He's learning.
There's so much other basketball.
A tough inside jumper is good from Brett Hintz. So the Coug lead is down to 3. Curry driving, kicking, Prescott, 3. Yes.
Nothing but net. How's he done so far?
Second one for Prescott.
Pretty good.
2 for Szymborski, 2 for Christian Rowan.
Everybody get involved.
And we will take the timeout with him. 2:50 to go here in the quarter. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back here to the den. Kinda. With the way my voice is sounding.
It's not the same.
No.
It's better.
Although I gotta say I'm happy because at least my throat doesn't hurt today. But
Find your small victories.
there's many out there that would say the less of my voice the better, as Curry would hoist. That's no good. I would think James Avalon chiefly among them.
Yeah.
Although there was one to me, it was probably like the first call of the game on a 3, and let's just say my voice cracked a little bit. It'll be one for the highlights.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
That's going to be good.
It's pretty bad.
I hate my phone. I tried to pull up the Meyer while I was at the meet, but I keep getting that ad
You got to go
thing.
to not
Meyer.
not www. Just go to MeyerRadio.com.
Yeah.
We figured this out earlier.
Yeah. I don't know what has happened with whatever pharmaceutical website that is that's infiltrated our Google search. I don't even know who do I even address that with? I don't even know. But if you just don't type in www and you go right to MeyerRadio.com, you're golden. Shuttleworth has his shot altered.
I mean, the pharmaceutical company saw the writing on the wall. They're like, this is prime advertising. We got to get in.
Right.
We got to get in on this Meyer business.
This guy has no clue what to do after we hijack the website. And he's not wrong. They try to throw it off the back of Rubio. I talked about that earlier in the season, that Chris was going to have to be careful with that, and you saw it there. It didn't turn into a bucket, though.
Those are always fun plays to watch when you see them in the NBA. And
Yeah.
You go to like the no-look turnaround.
Just got to make sure that you reestablish yourself in balance before you touch that basketball. Rubio. And now Curry. Linez ripping to the post, and he'll go to the line. Boy, my man has underneath is taking this game over from a foul call perspective.
Has he?
Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry, Mandy, go ahead.
Something I've just been seeing from Coach Grundy and that I heard yesterday and especially today is he wants them to like take shots from everywhere. If you have an open shot, he wants them to take it. Because Curry had an open shot and he hesitated and he lost that time. Grundy was not happy about that. And I think it's just something I'm definitely noticing.
Third miss in as many tries for Linez. So now it appears as though he's in his own head, as he's 0 for 4 from the line. Under 90 ticks to go in the first half. 6-point lead for the Cougs. Shuttleworth loses it out of bounds.
I needed him to make those foul shots because I saw Lugo over there had the Mario Brothers keyed up, ready to go. It was going to be like the when you go through the tube, it's like or whatever.
It is amazing how easily amused we all are.
Yeah, I thought it was very cool yesterday. When I first heard it, I was amused.
Sonic the Hedgehog, yeah.
Pogue, they're amused by Sonic the Hedgehog. If you could ever get the replay to work right, we might get knighted.
Isn't it when you get like a coin from Mario Kart or something like that?
It was Sonic the Hedgehog.
It was Sonic, yeah.
Linus quickly, no good. And here comes Haddon Township. And bounce pass just a little too much out of bounds. As much as I banged on that official before, that was an athletic move to get out of the way of the basketball.
I don't know how he did not trip over that.
I was going to say everybody was involved in that play. Yeah, Montgomery, Haddon Township, and the officials.
I'm going to break that one down, show it at a lacrosse meeting. How to not get hit by the basketball on the lacrosse field.
Cross balls are moving a little quicker.
A little bit.
A little smaller, a little faster.
Rubio. And travel.
Apparently it was 87 of the steps.
Yeah, Grundy wasn't happy with that.
Yeah.
.20 seconds to go in the quarter. Good pressure defense again at the end of the quarter from the Cougs as we're under 10. Hintz. And that's going to go out of bounds, and they're going to say off Montgomery. Grundy asking for a second opinion, but to no avail. Shuttleworth, right off the inbound, no good, and that will take us to halftime. So the Cougs battle back and end up with a 6-point lead here as we go to the intermission. We'll be back. Statistics and analysis right after this. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. welcome back to the Mire. Keith Clark, Matt Pogue, Tim Bartholomew, Mandy Shavelin, and Jen Kroc. We're at halftime as Montgomery leads Haddon Township 27-21. Mandy Shavelin's got some first half statistics. Mandy, what do you got?
All right, coming into the second half, we have Rowan with 2 threes for 6 points. Simborski with 2 threes.
I'm going to tell him you messed that up.
You know, I've been messing up a lot of last names.
He's going to be devastated.
Yeah. And then Curry with 5 assists and 4 points, and Rabai with 2 blocks and 4 points.
Very evenly distributed scoring in that first half for Montgomery. Well, it seems like Rabaio's got a lot more than 4 points, doesn't it?
Yeah. I don't know. It just seems like he's been in the paint getting a lot of touches, but I guess he's not scoring.
Since I got here, I haven't really seen him do much. And I got here in the end of the first quarter.
Cougs are going to have somebody step up in the second half. I think defensively, it's been meh at best right now, I would say. So now just to get back to the fun stuff, scale of 1 to 10, how do you feel about this replay system that we just figured out at halftime? That we figured out last night? That we, for some reason, didn't implement in the first half?
With that 15
1 to 10? Ooh. Wow, north side of 4,
Generous.
Some change? $4.37.
Yeah, we're getting up there. It's almost 5, but not really.
Maybe.
Well, we're going to just do it and see what happens.
San Francisco 49ers and
the Vikings.
The guy who should have been the Falcons offensive coordinator for 15 straight years advanced past the Vikings in the divisional round of the NFC.
Well, it's a good thing Dalvin Cook had a terrible game, though, because I picked him. So, of course.
In the three-man league?
Yeah, of course I did. I was sitting in 4th place. What place were you in?
I don't know, lower than 4th.
Yeah.
Last week I said, hey, the Patriots defense is good. Belichick is going to take Derrick Henry out of the game. Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, I picked Henry last week, but Michael Thomas killed me last week.
I had Breeze and Thomas last week. I know that everybody out there in Mireland loves us. We talk about our own 3-man fantasy football teams.
Hey, people want to know.
That's right.
People want to know.
I think the Saints keep getting robbed every year.
I just don't care. Mandy doesn't have any idea yet just how much I hate the Saints.
Yeah.
There's a burning hatred inside of my heart.
You got to admit, though, Mandy's right. They've been getting robbed.
No, I don't agree.
We all got different points of view.
Well, yours all happen to be wrong.
Yeah.
Rabaio is going to go to the line after some contact.
He'll get some points now. You don't think that touchdown in overtime was worth at least an instant replay?
They did look at it.
Like even a Pogue instant replay?
They did look at it.
They had my instant replay, they would have gotten it right.
No, they looked at it, and Riveron said we explored every angle we had. And this is exactly how I would have described it if a coach asked me. There was contact by both players, and neither of those players' contact was worthy of a foul.
Fair.
Yeah, I don't know.
We got the Mario Bros sound now.
Love it.
Oh, there we go.
Made a free throw.
It's because it goes down the pipe, baby.
Uh-huh.
Two for Rabaio.
Oh, there it is. When we can get that on the Mire. Maybe we can get that on the Mire.
Sound effects?
Absolutely.
Pogue's got to learn to do instant replays.
All right.
Mandy, you could stay.
Mandy giving it to you.
That's it.
Got no hope now.
Yeah.
Nowhere to go now.
Man.
It's like when it's appropriate to make fun of your guidance counselor.
Yeah, that's
well,
true.
She's a junior. She's a junior. Wait till next year. It's fine.
Yeah. You got some applications to put in there.
I really do. He's not going to help me with college anymore.
Very witty. Very witty. That's what I'll say. Real witty.
Tyler Levins with a bucket. So the lead is 6 again for Haddon Township as Rabaio will corral a lob pass and use the window for 2.
You think Rabaio was listening to the Mire on halftime?
I'm sure. Oh, yeah. I'm
the whole
sure.
locker room was listening to it.
They wanted to know what Glock thought.
Another block from Rabaio. And then I think he altered that one as well. And now he comes down with it. He'll throw up for Kai Lewis. Kai racing, Back for Rubaio, and he'll lay it in.
I mean, who didn't want to see a slam right there?
I believe the student section was expecting a slam dunk.
Yeah.
They got disappointed, but that's okay.
Good job by the Cougs. No, and two guys went for a steal, and neither came up with it. I hated that foul call because he didn't even know which guy he was going to call it on because he didn't see contact from either player. And there's no way he could have seen him hit him in the face because he wasn't facing him. This is what happens when we get a little too close to lacrosse season. I spent a day talking about officiating today, and now I see this nonsense.
And now you're critiquing.
No, that's nonsense. Great dribble drive and a missed layup. And they're going to get a foul on the outside.
It's a good foul because it ended up being a nice pass into it was being an easy layup.
You'll take that one. Vlasic is third of the game, though. But, I mean, what are you going to do? You're, a couple minutes into the third. He's just got to be careful.
He's got to play his game and, just not get himself in a situation where he needs to foul.
Lionez on his way back in. As a pull-up jumper is no good, but streaking in for the rebound is Tyler Levins. We talked about it in the pregame. Kind of everybody else outside Rubaio with having the pressure beyond to rebound. Curry with some fancy dribbling. Kai Lewis is left alone. A rainbow three, just a bit short.
I think he hesitated a little bit with that shot
Yeah.
and was just not able to make it go in.
Another block from Rubaio, and another offensive rebound, and another offensive rebound, and it all ends up in nothing.
Yeah, we got to get those boards, though. Makes a big difference.
Curry. Back outside Prescott. A crow hop. A three. It's short.
Yeah, he just kind of rushed his shot. Didn't get the right rotation.
Very high pressure at the moment. I feel like everyone's just kind of running around. It's a little unorganized.
Fast-paced basketball.
Yeah.
Eight-point lead for Montgomery. We're near the midpoint of quarter number 3. Quickly they try to go to the post, and Christian Rowan, who's had a nice ball game, comes up with a steal. Kai Lewis. Back outside, now back to Kai. He'll go inside. Kicking. The big man. A three. In and out. Lionez can't corral the rebound. Curry doesn't even realize it's at his feet, and they're going to say that out of bounds off of Haddon Township. That's a good hustle play from both Curry and Shuttleworth.
Yeah, Shuttleworth was a little out of control, but lost control of the ball and was just trying to regain it.
I think both teams just need to take a deep breath.
I would
play
agree
their
with
game.
you. I was just gonna say the exact same thing, just in a different way. I was say aesthetically, this one just isn't as pleasing in the second half. They're gonna get a Haddon Township foul on Brett Hintz.
We got JT back in the game.
Pair of
Exciting.
threes on the evening for the freshman Simborski.
He's really getting some quality minutes this weekend.
Yep, absolutely. Curry steps back, fires away. Yes! Doesn't really matter.
Just a little sloppy defense to let him kind of just go back and make a three.
I was promised that we had it. I was promised that we had.
This is why I don't make promises.
Just what you missed there was an N1 foul.
It's salt in the wound now.
So let's remember, just to remind you and I, when you go live on one thing, you got to go to immediately back to another thing.
Yeah.
So that we can get back to the thing.
Which thing?
Did you That was obviously not a thing, and the other thing
Are you
with the
guys-
thing
Reverse
needs to get dragged to the
specific
right
on the
on the
mire.
thing.
Are you guys on the thing now?
We're now not on the thing. The
No,
thing
we're-
is decidedly
That
off.
thing.
We're not touching the thing anymore. We're just leaving the thing alone for a little.
I don't want you to leave the thing alone. I would like you to just get it right. Linus.
Yeah, look at that.
Pace to the hole for a layup.
Is when he goes to the hole, it's like trains coming through, man. You got
I'm telling you, it is an intimidating sight. A quick three from Haddon Township, no good. And they're going to say push off underneath. Good job by Rubio.
I think Rubio's got to look at Marco a little bit to learn how to be a train in the paint, be a little bit stronger.
Curry and Szymborski. Szymborski throws it away. Shuttlesworth will come the other way. Szymborski's going to pick up a blocking foul.
Is that his third foul? He's got a few. Yep, third foul.
It seems to be his niche now, though, to kind of get in the way and try to get that charge.
As we saw Linez's last bucket there that had Montgomery back up 10.
Oh, we saw that thing?
We had something going there. That was
We saw something.
it was impressive. I won't say it was just impressive just yet, but it was impressive.
Half of it. Just impressive. Is that a word?
Nope, not even a little bit.
It is now.
Yeah, I made up about 3 words earlier in the game that you missed.
Nice. I'll have to go back and watch so I can pull them out later.
New vocabulary.
Curry behind his back, and his 3 is off the mark. Linez trying to battle for it, but can't.
Linus always in that type of play, that scrappy little, try to knock it off the other guy, get him out of bounds.
This is one of those situations where sometimes in basketball, you watch this game and, it doesn't feel necessarily like anybody's dominating or anything like that. And yet, there's 9-10 point lead for Montgomery for, much of the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, but you know as well as I, that can disappear rather quickly.
Yeah, as a inside move from Eric Shuttleworth is good.
Yeah, just like that, diminished to 7.
10 minutes to go in the game. Linez ripping to the hoop with the right hand. That is strong.
Get big.
Linez having a strong quarter. As the dribble drive, and Szymborski will knock it into the waiting hands of Christian Rowan. Good inside-out dribble from Rowan. Szymborski, he'll try for his 3rd of the game. No good.
Get in there.
Rubio tries to save it. Oh, what a great job. Oh, they wanted it. They'll say is out of bounds off of Rubio.
Great effort, though.
He sacrificed himself for that ball. He really just threw himself.
He's so long. Anytime he jumps out of bounds, you think he's going to hit the mats over
I know.
there on the side.
Rubio will corral the rebound.
Oh, good board, though.
We're going to send Curry for some acting lessons, though.
Yeah.
As the sophomore will throw over to the far side. Linus for 3, no good.
He's feeling it, though.
Kid has absolutely no fear, ice water in his veins. As Curry again went for the steal and missed.
Oh, thought Curry was going to cut that off.
Great pass, but Rubio comes up with his 7th block of the game.
No soup for you.
Back-to-back games for Rubio with 7 blocks. Christian Rowan is going to get called for traveling.
Oh.
That's the call that I've been losing my brain over all day.
That's just
from that guy.
Brutal.
Doesn't necessarily agree with it.
I despise it.
Just like the Saints?
I despise the Saints more than that call.
Gotcha.
Great pass underneath, and a layup is good from Brendan Mulligan. 7-point lead for the Cougs as we approach the 32nd mark of the 3rd quarter.
looking to get the last shot of the quarter.
Curry will dribble out near the midcourt line. Now 12 seconds as they initiate. Curry with 5. Back inside for Rubio. A right-handed layup is good. And Haddon Township will not get a shot off.
What a great play to end the half or the quarter.
Great look from Curry to Rubio, and that'll do it. 3 quarters in the books here in Montgomery. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the 4th quarter of play right after this. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back to Montgomery. Keith, Clark, Matt Pogue, Tim Bartholomew, Mandy Shavlin, Jen Kroc, all with you in the mire. A 9-point lead for Montgomery. And Pogue, dare I say, going into the end of that quarter, that was actually what we wanted it to do.
You do dare say that. I don't know why you would do that.
Listen, I know that sometimes when we want to feel better about ourselves, we just quote baseball statistics. But 1 for 27 ain't too good a batting average just yet, my friend.
Well,
let's get that average up. Even if you got a bunt for a base hit, it'll be okay.
There's a first time for everything.
You broke the slump.
Let's get on a roll now. Underway in the 4th quarter. Final game of Cougars versus Cancer. Eric Shuttleworth, number 11 for Haddon Township, has played a very nice game today, as a 3 is no good from Brett Hintz.
I'd like to see Montgomery come out with some heat in this the 4th quarter. Just pull away,
Yeah.
kind of put it away for the night.
Yeah, they've proven that they can keep a lead. Now let's see if they can finish with a lead.
There's Rubio. Curry. Rubio works out of 2 guys, misses a layup, has his own rebound, and puts it back in.
Just padding his stats. Get a little rebound, a little 2 points.
That was unfortunate for Haddon Township because they sent a 3rd guy at the basketball, and somehow none of them got a finger on it. Szymborski is going to get called for a foul.
That's his 4th, I believe.
That it is.
Yeah, looks like he'll be coming out.
Szymborski is still trying to work some of the baby giraffe out of the system.
Good trap.
And a timeout for Haddon Township. 30-second timeout, so let's keep you here. Montgomery 44 and Haddon Township 33. My voice -4. Just under 7 minutes to go here in the den. And, you know, if you're looking for some medicine to try to get yourself right after 2 consecutive losses, so far so good.
What's the next game? Who we got next after this?
I don't know, but we can't hear you.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let's check it on out. I believe, actually, I do know the answer to this. Tuesday at home against Immaculata.
Oh, yeah. We got
At
Gil.
7 p.m.
Gil coming up soon.
Gil is after Immaculata away.
Yeah, away at Gill next week. So your Myers schedule will be Tuesday at home, pregame 6:30. And then we are off for quite some time.
Till the 23rd, which is like 2 weeks.
Quite some time. Thursday the 23rd, home against Ridge. The second time around as we get into the second half of the conference schedule. Here's the three from the corner, no good. And Velasic, who has not seen a lot of burn tonight, comes up with it. Linez in the middle, no good, has got his own rebound though. And Curry leaves for Vlasic. Should have just hoisted.
Yeah. That's the thing that Grundy was talking about. He was saying, if you got an open shot, then shoot it.
Robayo. And now Curry. It's like where they like to play the two-man game. Vlasic needs to give him a little space. Finally does. There comes the double. And Robayo off his back foot. No good, but Linez with a hustle play. And now has it stolen. Curry cannot track him down from behind, so it ends in a bucket for Mulligan.
You hate to see that. Linez worked his tail off to get that hustle play, gets a good rebound, and then just passes it away.
And I think Curry's got to think better of that lob entry pass now. I think it's got to be a bounce pass to the post. Vlasic gets his man in the air, and another lazy pass into the middle is stolen, and it is going to be over and back. Yes, that's a good call.
Just got ahead of himself.
Second time tonight that Hintz has found a slippery spot on the court. The lead remains 9 for Montgomery. And this is really the first time this season where defensively it looks like, things have really come together on that end. Vlasic is wide open. He'll fire away. That's no good, in and out. And he'll take it right away. He goes for Robayo. Oh my goodness, he misses a dunk, but he is right back for his own putback.
Just didn't quite get up enough.
And a very difficult layup, acrobatically done from Hintz.
Just a good job to get himself in position to make that layup.
Teams trade buckets, and Montgomery again leads by 9. Curry, wow, a great ball fake, and he's going to be tripped up in the middle.
Still managing to maintain the 9-point lead.
Second foul on Hintz. Curry thought Lewis was going to go back door and didn't get there. Montgomery has played a lot of defense tonight. And that really, one of the reasons that they are ahead in this game. Here's a step back three on the way, no good. Curry cannot track it down. Mulligan thought about a second crack at it, but thought better. And that's a good call on that foul.
Yeah, good take, good idea.
It'll be the fourth foul on Vlasic. So both Vlasic and Szymborski, both with 4 fouls. So right now, if I'm the Cougar coaching staff, I'm telling Christian Rowan, better be ready to play some minutes as the game winds down. An empty trip as Linus skies in for the rebound. Boy, Curry's so good with that change of speed. Timeout coming from Grundy. So a full timeout for the Cougars. We'll take it with them. 3:38 to go here in the ball game, and Montgomery leads it by 9. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back. One of these days, Pogue. We'll get it. One of these days.
Yeah. I don't know about today. One of these days.
Pogue is doing work.
What kind?
Somewhat effective.
Working hard or hardly working?
Would you say this is something you've thought about?
Yeah.
Okay. Backdoor cut. Great play from Curry to Vlasic.
Very nice pass. I got you, Pogue. It's easy for Glock to sit here and give you a hard time, but I don't see him making all the transitions and instant replays.
Damn right. I want the easy job. I just sit here and talk. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
The foul from Prescott.
In the words of Keith yesterday, I don't want the labor pains.
I just want the baby.
He's not getting a baby right now, and it's really bothering him. I mean, I want to give it to him. I do.
Just give him the baby.
As we see the backdoor play here from Curry to Vlasic. Just out of curiosity there as we watch the free throw. Why in the world did you go off of that?
That's a good question. It's a real good question. Mostly not confidence in where we're going with some of these clicks.
Oh,
you
my
know?
goodness gracious.
Are you questioning his producing?
Yes.
As you should.
Unbelievable.
It's like we came right into a foul situation where it was perfect 8 seconds after the play happened to watch it again, and then all of a sudden he goes away from it as Vlasic loses the handle and a layup. So a 4-0 run for Haddon Township, and Montgomery needs to just take a deep breath here as the lead is down to 7.
Yeah, still plenty of time for Haddon Township to make this a game.
And you saw the Haddon Township pressure absolutely intensify here as they throw a touchdown pass for Curry, and he's fouled and he's going to go to the line. A great pass from Roballo.
Even better from Curry, able to get up there and get the ball and put it up.
Haddon Township is not quite in the bonus, but the Cougars are now in the bonus.
Third foul of the ball game on Shuttleworth. And the silky smooth sophomore knocks down his first free throw. Two for two for Curry. Haddon Township has really never been able to get below 7 in the second half, as Prescott just didn't know where the ball was. Shuttleworth trying to work on Roballo, and an up and in and one. Wow, that's a really athletic play there from Eric Shuttleworth.
That's one of those ones where you're like, just throw it up and hope for the best, and the best was good enough.
Free throw is good.
I'm working on the assumption that we did get an instant replay of that one. Did we?
No.
Do we do instant replays for the other team?
That was an interesting
That's
play.
a good question there, Mandy.
Listen,
that's a good question.
God forbid we should show an interesting play again.
Yeah. The guy had his eyes closed, did a 360 and threw it up, and no, we don't want to see that again.
Not a big deal. Not a big deal.
Brendan Mulligan's second foul. That's the 6th on Haddon Township. Important, obviously, because now everybody's in the bonus.
But I feel you, Pogue, man. This is Montgomery Internet Radio Experience, not Haddon Township. We don't need to see any of their plays.
True.
Oh, boy. Curry blows past two guys and throws for the corner.
A little physical out there.
That's really how Marco likes it. Prescott creating his own space. Oh, he was tripped from behind. No call. They'll race the other way, and they're going to say an offensive foul.
Wow.
I am not sure.
Who did they call the offensive foul on?
They called it off the ball. They called it off the ball on Shuttleworth. Yep.
That's surprising.
that's fortunate.
Would love to see it again, but you know.
I don't know. Can Polk make that happen?
No, he can't. It's Haddon Township had the ball, not Montgomery.
Oh, okay.
Instant replays only
that's my
work
bad.
for Montgomery.
God forbid we should be ready. Rowan. He'll throw for Linus. Trouble in the corner and a timeout from Grundy.
6-point game. So they finally got it under that 7 mark.
Let's see if we are.
This would be
It's a full timeout, so we'll take it with it. Cougs by 6. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back to Montgomery. Keith Black, Matt Polk, kinda. Tim Bartholomew, Mandy Schaubman, and Jen Kroc.
I mean, I'm here. I don't know about the physical, but the
Glock's at 50% with his voice. So you can at least
50%. Oh, who are you kidding? Well, like 18%.
So it's all right that you're at not your top percent.
Rowan gets it into the point guard Curry. He goes to the baseline and draws a foul.
Oh,
we're going to shoot for. What are we watching right now? We're watching nothing, Pogue. Why would we not have just had it and say, hey, look, here's what earned him the free throws?
All right, fair.
What happens if you hit it and we don't use it? Nothing. First free throw's good.
Listen, you need to instant replay everything.
That's what it sounds like.
We're going to instant.
Well, what do we talk about the 2 times when we want to do this?
Every play
free
needs
throws,
to be instant.
Quarters,
Curry
and ones.
Curry bangs down too.
Does he knocks them both down?
For those of you at home.
Oh, Rabayo altering the shot. Rowan fighting for it on the ground. Vlasic getting his
jump.
Hands in there. They're going to call a jump ball, and Cougs have the possession arrow with 77 seconds to go.
That was actually kind of funny. It was like looking like when the referee is in a football game or looking to see who has possession of the ball during a fumble. Like, that's what he was doing.
Yes.
Just stop the clock and just sort the bodies out.
Yeah.
Curry. Great give and go. Curry streaking the other direction, pulls up and hits. That brings the lead back to 10.
Gives him a little breathing room.
Vlasic had to be careful there. Nearly picked up his 5th foul. And instead, they're going to call a foul.
Grundy seems not happy with that. He's very upset about
Curry boy just taking over there into the middle.
Did they get that on Rowan? Rowan, his first.
Yeah, first foul on Christian. You know, in some way, though, no, even though this is now the double bonus after, anywhere from here on out, to make them get them one at a time, you don't hate that, but you do, you don't like it when they're scoring while the clock is stopped.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know this for sure, but at all the times I've seen them at the line, they haven't seemed very consistent. So
that's kind of both ways tonight, though, too.
Yeah.
Rabayo with a good box out. And Vlasic will come the other way, 3-on-1. Linez with a Euro step. No good into the lane, and they're going to get Linez on a foul.
Can't do that. Got to make them travel the length of the court to get their shots.
That was not a good foul.
And really, with a 10-point lead, did you need to rush that shot? Because
No,
it was 3-on-1. He could have passed it out to Rowan and slowed it back down.
Didn't need that foul either.
First free throw is good from Tyler Levins.
At this point in the game, you just got to control the ball and take, good high percentage shots.
Sure. 1 for 2 as Linez comes down with it. And let's see who they get on the foul. If it's Shuttleworth, he's fouled out.
The other coach seems to not be very happy with that call.
Love to report the foul first before we do all that goodness. Jackson Lutz picks up his first. The team's 9, so everybody's shooting 2 free throws.
This is a big spot for Marco. I mean, he hasn't been consistent with his free throw shooting, but this would be a great chance to get 2 more. There's one. Did you get the instant replay of the foul shot?
No.
No, it's playing right now. Watch.
Oh, Linez tracks down his own rebound. There was nobody even on the line.
They all just sat there. Unbelievable.
That was a lack of effort from the other team.
Lured them to sleep.
What do you think their coach is going to say during film on that one?
I don't know.
Probably something like box out.
I think it's going to be at a different decibel level for sure.
Robayo will shoot 2 free throws as they're in the double bonus. I think when they are looking at that one later, when they're watching it back on the Meyer, they're going to be like, wow, can we even replay that? Oh, no. Sorry, we didn't get any of those all.
You think they're going to watch their film on the Meyer?
In the pregame, their coach came up to us and said, I was watching the replay this morning and sent the link to all my guys, and me and my kid were watching it, and he said, I guess whatever I said after Vlasic had hit a 3 yesterday, or like
he was hot or something
like
that.
He's hot tonight. He said, and my daughter just kept saying all morning, he's hot tonight.
You got a fan.
Got one.
Boom.
One and counting. Curry with a good job.
I even got a fan. He said, compliments to me.
That's it.
Nice. I actually just subscribed to the Meyer on YouTube.
We appreciate that. I want you to know that.
Yeah,
that put us over the top.
I know.
Now we get a quarter every time somebody listens. It's
I believe
awesome.
I have my notifications on for the Meyer on YouTube.
Fantastic.
So.
I didn't go that far. I don't need to.
Not that committed. Not that committed.
Well, I'll be here for them, so
yeah,
you know.
I feel like I'll know when they're starting.
Curry knocks that one down.
11-point lead.
Yeah, it's as big as it's been all second half.
Just got to come down and pull.
I feel like this might be the biggest lead all game.
Great job defensively. That's the 8th block for Robayo as Curry's going to just dribble it out here. So Montgomery's going to pick up its 2nd win in a row, 57-46 over a pretty solid Haddon Township team here in the Den. 2 straight losses followed by 2 straight wins for the Cougs. And that will take them into a big conference matchup on Tuesday night against Immaculata.
And we'll be there.
We will be here. Absolutely.
Sure will.
6:30 for the pregame. Mandy, you again are showing your versatility. We appreciate you jumping in here for
Love it.
Coach Bartholomew. Appreciate the heck out of Jen, who does the most unheralded job on here. Although, I do got to say that the one thing that Jen gets to escape from is because I feel like when we don't have a headset for her, we can't make fun of her. She's just absolved from all the making fun.
Yes.
That's pretty much it. That's
And hey, Pogue, we appreciate you too.
No.
Yeah.
Don't let him sell you.
All right.
Are we going to do highlights? Is that what we're going to do right now? Is that what you have queued up?
No.
Oh, see, you got me excited for a second.
No. Listen, expectations need to be managed right now.
The lowest.
Do we want to take a look? Let's just go from the beginning. Let's just
run
do
them
it.
all.
Let's just roll. Let's take a look at some of your second half highlights here from Montgomery. Rabayo playing some strong basketball inside. An unselfish play there from Kai Lewis. And obviously Rabayo finding himself on the receiving end.
This is when we do the replays?
Well, it is now. Marco Lainez certainly had himself a strong second half. As you see a couple of buckets there from him. As Montgomery was able to keep that lead, 9-7, ended up getting up near 11, or to 11, I should say. Rabayo cleaning up his own mess on that particular instance. That one maybe not the most flattering look, but still ended up in 2 points there for the captain. This probably the most impressive play right off the inbound of the second half as Curry found Velasic. And some pretty good hustle play there on the end. Ultimately, Curry showing off what he can do. And ending with some great defense. So, folks, as always, a fantastic job, except for you, Pogue. You still got work to do.
I'll see you on Tuesday.
Mediocre job.
All right.
Montgomery picks up a victory, 57-46. The previous has been a production of the Mire. It's the sole property of the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of this game without the express consent of the Mire is strictly prohibited. Cougs by 11. Tune in Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. for a full half-hour pregame. For Matt Pogue, Tim Bartholomew, Andy Shavlin, and Jen Kroc, I'm Keith Glock. Thanks for watching.